Hey guys, welcome back to another spooky story Sunday. Today we are going to be reading from the state of Indiana, and as always it's from yourghoststories.com. I am not being promoted, by the way, at all for these videos. I just really love this website, and it's very interesting, and you can write your own experiences, and it's a great way to get in that community of paranormal stories if you want to hear them or read them. And this story is written back in 2016. It is written by a ninja pirate assassin, and this story is called College Entity. So let's begin. This year I'm living in a dorm room at a big university, avoiding using the name, with a roommate. In the room, both sides of the room are identical, so we each have a walk-in closet. About 2 feet from the door of the closet is our desks, which are pushed up against the end of our lofted beds. On the other side of our beds are 4 shelves, but they're pretty hard to reach, as you have to move your arms through the bed frame. You can only reach the top shelf if you're in the bed that is above the frame. You can only reach the top shelf if you're in the bed, as it is above the bed frame. I keep a fan on this that we use at night like a white noise machine. If I sit at my desk, I can clearly see underneath my roommate's bed and on top of her bed. She can see above and below my bed clearly from her desk. The desks are also our ladders to our lofted beds, so we can't see under our own beds from our desk. Over the first few weeks, my roommate and I noticed things not being where we left them. We dismissed this, assuming we moved it and forgot. Sometimes we would make jokes about that a ghost moved them. One day, both my roommate and I were sitting at our desks. I wasn't able to find something, and I was joking with my roommate about the ghost doing it. Only a second after saying this, I heard something hit the back of my desk. My roommate, completely terrified, said that a hot pad had just went flying off my shelf and hit the back of my desk. I was looking for a hot pad, but it kept me and my roommate from making any comments about the ghost for a few days. Sometimes I get a very bad, oppressing feeling. It comes and goes. Sometimes it happens while my roommate is with me. Other times it doesn't. I've never mentioned this to my roommate, so I'm not sure if she feels this too. She does mention the room being freezing cold at times, when I find the room to be almost stuffy. On multiple occasions, my laptop has started to glitch out, as in the cursor starts moving on its own, clicking and opening things even if I disable the mouse. Whenever this happens, my Word program and email always get opened up. The weird thing is that if I move my laptop off my desk, it stops instantly. Moving it back can sometimes start it again. More recently, I woke up to my roommate being really freaked out, but she refused to talk about anything until we were at lunch outside of the dorm. She told me that she woke up at 7 a.m. to hear rustling and movement by my desk. She assumed that I was up early working on homework. She looked over and saw a dark figure moving around my desk, which she assumed was me. Both of us need glasses and contacts and keep both on our desks, so we can really only make out general outlines while we're in bed. Not to mention, our room is pretty dark without a light on, which makes seeing things even harder. She tried to go back to sleep, but the noise continued. She could clearly hear my fan, which I will forget to turn off in the mornings, and sat back up to tell me I left it on. At this point, she realized she could make out my general outline in my bed, but could still see a figure moving at my desk. She promptly threw a blanket over her head and refused to get up until after I did. I slept until 8:30 that morning, so it definitely wasn't me. The only door to our room was still locked when we got up, so it doesn't seem like anyone could have walked in. We're also on the 4th floor with a locked window, so there's no way anyone entered through the window. But personally, I have never seen anything in our room. The closest I've come to seeing something is once after getting into bed. I was moving the covers around, My roommate was in her night class, and I was definitely alone in the room. I felt the oppressive feeling again, as if it was right next to me, but was ignoring it. As I moved a blanket near the edge of my bed, right by the middle of the room, I felt a cold hand grab onto my wrist. I jerked and freed myself with this action, and saw no hand or anyone by the bed. I immediately threw my arm under the covers and turned away from the edge of my bed so that my face was right up against the wall. That feeling stayed for a while, and I couldn't shake the feeling of a presence standing right by my bed, watching me. The presence seemed to leave just minutes before my roommate returned. I never told her what happened though, so I can't say if she's had a similar experience, but seeing as she told me about seeing the dark figure, I imagine she would tell me. Not sure if the entity is focused solely in our room, the floor, or the whole building. The building is newer, so I doubt anyone died here. I'm also not sure if the entity is something I brought from my own home here. It seems focused more on me, as the hot pad was mine. It's only messed with my laptop, it grabbed me, and it was seen moving around my desk. But I have told my roommate about some of my ghost encounters before while we were in the room, so that might be why it's more focused on me. I doubt it's more focused on me about jokes of, "it was the ghost," as my roommate makes those jokes far more than I do, and I've stopped completely now. I can't speak for certain about items being moved around, because I'm not sure what's been moved by us and forgotten, or what has been moved by a ghost. But if anything else happens, I'll make a post about it. The end. Okay guys, so that's really interesting. I've went to college, but I've never, I was close enough to home where I just, traveled back and forth, where I didn't have to stay in a dorm. But I think living in a haunted dorm would be so cool. I want to know if you guys went to college and had a haunted dorm. I wonder too, if that ghost that lives in the dorm was an old student, or was maybe there was another building, it was torn down and built up. But yeah, I wonder why that ghost is more focused on the writer. Maybe it did come from, he followed him or her. I don't know if it's a him or her. And so I don't know if they posted anything else with the story. I've seen they did post other stories though. It'll show you right under the story. And I'll leave you guys a link, always. I always leave a link to the story that I read from, and you can read it for yourselves, and then it'll say other hauntings by, so and so, whoever it is, and then it'll be other hauntings similar with similar titles written by other people. So I haven't read their other stories, so I'm not sure. But if you guys want, feel free to go ahead and look for yourselves. I'll probably look later, just not right now. But I do wonder why that ghost is, following the writer of the story. Did they bring him back, or maybe he was already there and he just feels more close to them, or I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely interested. If there's a haunted dorm, that's just cool to me. There's a thing, I have a thing about haunted schools, as you might already know this. I've mentioned this many times before. I love haunted schools a lot, especially the old schoolhouse with the little elementary kids. That's creepy as hell, and I love it. But haunted dorms, for some reason, they don't creep me out as much. I feel they're more college student ghosts, where they're just kind of trying to be chill and hang out with you. But yeah, I think, that's, it's a cool, I haven't read yet about a haunted dorm, I don't think, about on here. But yeah, that's all I have to say. So if you guys ever stayed or know about anyone who's lived in a haunted dorm, definitely let us know your story down in the comments, because I love, actually I love any ghost stories. If you have any ghost story, let me know, and I'll read it. But specifically for this, just for themes and stuff for this video, if you were in a haunted dorm, or if you knew someone who was in a haunted dorm, let us know. And also, don't forget to like up this video, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!